Good morning, everyone. Dr. Garrett here. Um, as we continue in the essence of success from Earl Nightingale, after you know it all. I received a letter from Douglas Duval in Danville, Virginia, with a copy of a short piece by John W. Gardner that I had never seen before. It's called The Things You Learn After You Know It All. I found it excellent. See what you think of it. Would you bet on the future of this man? He is 53 years old. Most of his adult life has been a losing struggle against debt and misfortune. A war injury has denied him the use of his left hand. He's had several jobs, succeeded at none, and has often been to prison. Driven by heaven knows what motives, boredom, hope of gain, creative impulse, he determines to write a book. The book turns out to be one that has enthralled the world for more than 350 years. That former prisoner was Cervantes, and the book was Don Quixote. And the story poses an interesting question. Why do some men and women discover new vitality and creativity to the end of their days, while others go to seed long before? We've all known people who run out of steam before they reach life's halfway mark. I'm talking about people who have stopped learning or growing because they've adopted the fixed attitudes and opinions that all too often come with passing years. Most of us, in fact, progressively narrow the scope and variety of our lives. We succeed in our field of specialization and then become trapped in it. Nothing surprises us. We lose our sense of wonder and adventure. But if you're conscious of these dangers, you can resort to countervailing measures. Reject stagnation. Reject the myth that learning is for young people. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Learn all your life from your successes and failures. When you hit a spell of trouble, ask, what is it trying to teach me? The lessons aren't always happy ones. In one of his essays, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Bad times have a scientific value. These are occasions a good learner would not miss." Individuals who remain vital have learned not to be imprisoned by fixed habits, attitudes, and routines. We build our own prisons and serve as our own jailers. But if we build the prisons ourselves, we can tear them down ourselves. If we are willing to learn, the opportunities are everywhere. We learn from our work and from our friends and families. We learn by accepting the obligations of life, by suffering, by taking risks, by loving, by bearing life's indignities with dignity. The things you learn in maturity seldom involve information and skills. You learn to bear the things you can't change. You learn to avoid self-pity. You learn not to burn up energy and anxiety. You learn that most people are neither for nor against you, but rather are thinking about themselves. You learn that no matter how much you try to please, some people are never going to love you. A notion that troubles at first, but is eventually relaxing. Among your obligations is an appointment with yourself. Self-knowledge, the beginning of wisdom, is ruled out for most people by the increasingly effective self-deception they practice as they grow older. By middle age, most of us are accomplished fugitives from ourselves. Yet there's a surprising usefulness in learning not to lie to yourself. One of the most valuable things you learn is that ultimately you're the one who's responsible for you. You don't blame others. You don't blame circumstances. You take charge. If you're going to keep on learning, your surest allies will be high motivation and enthusiasm. This is probably one of the best passages in understanding how to succeed in life and move forward. It's about learning and continuing to do so. Stop the stagnation, as he says, and continue moving forward. Earl Nightingale was one, I think, who said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So success is about constantly moving forward. It's not about achievement of a goal and stopping. It's about continuing to move towards higher and higher and more worthy ideals. So, as you grow, as you get older, look into those things and see if you've become stagnant in what you're doing. That's a big explanation for how you feel and where you are in your life. It's never too late to try something new and to start new things. That's where you continue to grow, and life is all about growth, not about stagnation. Stagnation is ungrowth. You're left behind, and all other things grow so that you actually, the gap between you and what life is gets greater and greater. So, take some time to, like you said, have an appointment with yourself and check in and continue to learn and grow. Understanding the science and psychology of success and how that's done, how to consciously create your life, is the key to a very prosperous and fulfilled life. And so it's no shock that that's what Tara and I do, is to share with people that science and psychology, the opportunity to continue to learn, and how to learn how to be successful. So, if you feel stagnant, like you aren't moving, like, you're stuck in life, check in with us. Drop us a message, get on a call with us, and just find out what's possible for you in your life, and how exciting it can be. Because I tell you what, when you learn how to create in your life anything that you desire, life becomes pretty grand. And then you've taken responsibility for yourself, all right, and your success. So check in with us. I hope you guys have a great day, but, do something to continue to learn and be greater. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.